It's Tuesday, May 26th, and here's some of the news beyond the headlines. A heat wave has killed at least 500 people across India since mid-April. Temperatures have reached 118 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas. The worst affected regions are the southern states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, where more than 140 people have died since Saturday. Officials say most of the victims are poor and over the age of 50. They're urging people to keep hydrated and stay indoors. Human rights groups say Myanmar's government has approved new restrictions that exclusively target Rohingya Muslims. President Thein Sein has signed a population control bill that will force some women to have their children at least 3 years apart. Activists say the government buckled under pressure from ultra-nationalist Buddhist groups that warn the Muslim minority will soon overrun the country. But the Rohingya currently represent less than 10% of the population. The government denies the bill is discriminatory and says it wants to improve maternal health and child welfare. Ukraine has become the first European country to send a commercial airliner into Syria since 2012. Ukrainian Autolux Airways plans to fly from Kiev to the coastal city of Latakia once a week, despite EU sanctions and an extremely unpredictable security situation. Many Syrians say despite having to secure a visa, a stopover in Ukraine seems to be a safer and easier way to leave the country than driving over the border into Lebanon. A love of food is keeping a group of young South Africans off the streets. Students in this 12-week culinary course are from poor communities in Cape Town, which has recently overtaken Johannesburg as the country's most dangerous city. The participants are learning basic cooking skills. More than half of the program's 200 graduates have found jobs and say they've gained hope and confidence that they aren't destined for a life of crime, drugs, and gang violence. Check out the Vice News YouTube channel for more original reporting and documentaries from around the world.
There's a lot of confusion over what Russia is actually trying to get out of the conflict in eastern Ukraine, and I think many people saw what happened in Crimea, the annexation, joining it to Russia. And I think what Russia wants out of eastern Ukraine is actually very different. They've lost so much trust over the last year and a half from people around the world because of their actions in Ukraine that nobody actually believes them when they say that they want eastern Ukraine to remain a part of Ukraine.